You're watching Local News Network Durango. I'm Wendy Graham-Settle. For the second time in 4 years, a team of would-be rocket scientists from Animas High School will compete in the National Team America Rocketry Challenge this week in Washington, D.C. The national competition challenges students to design and build a miniature rocket that will reach a specified height and return to Earth within a specified time without breaking the eggs on board. If the rocket flies too high or low or doesn't land within the time frame allotted, teams receive demerit points. Teams launch rockets on their home turf with a certified rocketry referee on hand to verify their results. The top 100 teams with the lowest points nationwide are invited to compete in the National Challenge. A field of 800 teams competed for top honors this year. The Animas High Cloudbuster team scored 27 points. The cutoff for the national competition was 35. Students said this year's competition was particularly challenging.
This year's based on the 50th anniversary of Apollo 11, so we're celebrating that, and it has to look like the Saturn V. It also has to get to 856 feet, which is the time the Apollo 11 mission landed on the moon, and it has to be up and back down in 43 to 46 seconds, so any point above or below either of those, you're docked points.
The students use an engineering software program to design their rockets and make all their parts using a 3D printer and cardboard tubes. Precision is key. So is methodical testing. Students said they changed just one parameter at a time to carefully measure its impact on the rocket's performance.
We've gone through at least kind of 7 to 10 different designs, and we've weeded out kind of what we don't really want to do, and then kind of brought in other ideas that we really did enjoy. So like some of the fin designs or some of the nose cone designs, we've kind of compiled it into one rocket, and we're using that rocket for nationals.
This is microengineering. I mean, this is down to every gram counts, and just every parachute counts, everything, every extra chunk of glue counts, and that is the way it works in the real world. SpaceX can't afford to have someone who didn't quite tighten that bolt enough, right? I mean, these have to be produced, and since we're going there with 4 identical rockets, these rockets all have to function exactly alike so that we can control for the variables of going to a lower altitude with higher humidity.
Students have 4 rockets to test and launch during the competition in Washington, D.C., where they'll have to compensate for a lower altitude and higher humidity than Colorado. Students compete not only for the lowest score, but for scholarships and school grants.
Now, these are very smart young men and women. I expect to see great things out of their future lives.
If you'd like to help the Animas High School team purchase materials or cover travel expenses, you can make a donation at GoFundMe.com. Search for the team name Cloudbusters. Thanks for watching this edition of Local News Network Durango. If you liked this story and want to watch it again, visit our website at DurangoTV.com, where you'll also find an archive of our past stories. You can also catch us on Durango Cable Channel 15 or on our digital sign network around town. I'm Wendy Graham-Settle for Local News Network Durango.